Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Dr. Elena Michaels, and I'm going to do a card reading and a guided meditation for you today. I'm going to start with a card reading, and I never really know what I'm going to say. Nothing is rehearsed here. It's just all impromptu downloads, and we'll see what happens. So I'm using cards as the guidepost and the map for where we're going to go in the guided meditation. I have not pulled the cards in advance. I'm going to pull them on camera for you. And so, but before I do, since nothing is recorded and nothing is pre-rehearsed, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to talk for a few minutes because I feel guided to do that. And I'm going to talk about forgiveness. Forgiveness is a very touchy subject, because when someone does you wrong, betrays you, offends you, hurts you, you don't want to forgive them. You want to resent them and hold a grudge against them, or pull away from them, or put up a wall. Does that help you? I don't think it does. As easy as it is to do it that way, it's more beneficial for you if you can forgive them. Now, this is something I want to read to you, okay? Listen to this. I'm going to show it to you. You can copy it if you want, but I'm going to read it to you. I forgive all those who have hurt me in this life, in any life, and any way at all. And why is that important? Because sometimes we carry into this lifetime resentments and grudges from our previous life, and we are incarnated with that person to work through it. And if we hold on to it, it's not going to help us. When you meet someone, you have this immediate, wow, I just feel a connection with you. And some people you have an immediate, I feel a distaste for you or an aversion to you. And some people you have, wow, I feel a connection with you. But as you get to know them better and as the relationship deepens, whether it's a coworker, whether it's a family member, whether it's a relationship, a best friend, whatever, as you get to know them better, weird stuff comes up and they snap at you, or they betray you, or they attack you, or they're not safe. Basically, they're not safe. I think I talked about this last week too. So that might be someone that you have something from a previous life to work out with in this lifetime. So it's really important to forgive all those who have hurt me in this life, in any life, and in any way. So that takes you away from the person in a previous life that hurt you. I have to sneeze right now. Excuse me, it was a yawn, not a sneeze. Okay, the releasing is already starting to happen, which means that my eyes water, I yawn, I sneeze, I cough, my nose runs, I get thirsty, my throat gets dry. That means that I'm releasing energy of the day so that I can better channel what's coming down right now. Now, it's hard to let go of and forgive someone who has hurt you in this life, but it doesn't help you to hold on to it. All it does is hurt you. It shuts you down from receiving the blessings the universe wants to give you. Just learn the lessons and move on. Just learn the lessons. If they're not safe, like I said last time, you don't have to discuss it with them. Just be kind, be friendly, but not so vulnerable. Okay, I ask for forgiveness of all those I have hurt in this life, in any way at all. I forgive myself for the part I played and my transgressions in this life, in any way at all. I'm going to read them again. I forgive all those who have hurt me in this life, in any way at all. I ask for forgiveness of all those I have hurt in this life, in any way at all. That one's important because, someone will just like snap out of left field at you and you didn't do anything. That's because they came into this lifetime, you incarnated in this lifetime. The divine play that the two of you agreed upon, backstage, so to speak, was that you were going to meet each other in this lifetime, interact again, and, maybe you hurt them in another lifetime. So you're asking for forgiveness of all those I have hurt in this life, in any life, in any way at all. And the last one is, I forgive myself for the part I played and my transgressions in this life, in any way at all. Now, if you really want to get down and do this in a more thorough, complete way, I've talked before about first, second, and third person dialogue. So it would be, you forgive all those who have hurt you in this life, in any way at all. You ask for forgiveness of all those you have hurt in this life, in any way at all. You forgive yourself for the part you played and your transgressions in this life, in any way at all. That's second person, you. Third person, it's kind of like you're talking to yourself. Third person is like you're talking about yourself. Elena forgives all those who have hurt her in this life, in any way at all. That one's got a lot of punch to it. Elena asks for forgiveness of all those that she has hurt in this life, in any way at all. Elena forgives herself for the part she played and her transgressions in this life, in any way at all. Powerful stuff. It might be helpful if you're moving through something to copy this, print it out, read it before you go to bed, and read it first thing in the morning, and do it in first, second, and third person. First person is I, second person is you, like you're talking to yourself. Third person is Elena, like you're talking about yourself. Of course, you'll use your own name. But this is very powerful to undo the patterns that seem to keep repeating in our lives. You know how, I hear this all the time in my private practice, where someone will say, oh, all women are the same. All men are the same. Well, no, they're not. So that means that person, right, Luna? That means that person, that's Luna the meditation cat. That means that person has a program. And their program is that all men are reacting a certain way because of the way they were hurt, betrayed, or abused in another lifetime. So, or in their early life. So that is basically a program. And this will help relieve and release those programs, because we have neurotransmitter pathways. And that means kind of like how water follows the path of least resistance. Thoughts and feelings do too. So in our neurotransmitter pathways, there's a well-worn path of women are this way in life. Oh, all women are the same, this guy said to me. All women are the same, okay? So that means he's got a well-worn path of thoughts, feelings, and emotions of women all being the same, which is basically not good. You know, whatever he thinks they are that is not positive. So by doing that, you change the neural pathway. You're changing the script, because really it doesn't make any sense that all women are that way. All women are different. Women are different. They're not all the same. So doing that will help you to actually change the script and change the neural pathways in your mind of the way the thoughts are flowing in, the way the feelings are flowing in, the way the emotions are flowing in. It's kind of like rerouting a river. You know, you're rerouting the river, so the river starts going a different direction. One where you are more in charge instead of being on an automatic pilot. And the other thing I want to mention about automatic pilot, which just came to me just now, if you don't eat protein every 3 hours, you're going to be on automatic pilot. You're going to space out, and you're going to reenact your past behavior patterns, feelings, and emotions. If you eat enough protein and you eat it every 3 hours, excuse me, what you're doing is you're going to be in the present instead of on automatic pilot. You'll be in the present, responding and reacting in the present, not responding and reacting from some tape in your brain of the past. Because if you don't have enough protein and you don't eat frequently enough, excuse me, if you don't have enough protein, you don't eat frequently enough, your brain can't be in the present. It doesn't have the energy to function in the present. So it's going to pull a tape from the past, and that's what you're going to behave, react, and respond to. Does that make sense? If it does, I know a lot of you, like last week, I got a lot of messages, a lot of private messages. Oh, Dr. Elena, that felt like you were talking about me. Oh, Dr. Elena, that's exactly what happened with my daughter. Oh, Dr. Orlando, that's exactly what happened with my partner. Oh, that's exactly what happened with my daughter, or my son, my friend, my coworker, whatever. So these things that I say, if they resonate with you and you don't want to post them publicly in the comments section below, I get it. You want to be, you know, anonymous, that's cool. But I do get a lot of notes that it resonates. Actually, somebody said to me, you did that last week reading about me, didn't you? And I actually didn't, but it's a moot point because it resonated with them and it made sense to them and it gave them guidance. And that's what it's all about. Okay, I'm going to start pulling the cards. Now, I talk fast at the beginning, which you will notice. And then once I go into trance, I talk slower and my voice is more mellow. Excuse me. As you see, the releasing is already happening. My eyes are watering, I'm yawning, and I shouldn't be yawning because it's not late and I slept well and I slept long. So, you know, this is just the releasing thing. Okay, right, Luna? Is that right? Right, see? This cat talks. Luna, do you talk? Yes. Oh, you want to say something? Yeah, see? She's my housemate. Are we housemates, Luna? Yeah, we are, right? If I don't spend time with her, quality time with her every morning, she lets me know. She walks around following me and meows until I stop whatever I'm doing, sit down and focus on her. But I did it this morning, so there's something else she's talking about right now. I don't know, maybe it's what I'm saying. Maybe, who knows? She knows, I don't know. I just appreciate when she comments because I like to know that she's aware of what's going on and she's very aware. All right. Oh, look how coordinated we are. Isn't that cute? You know, this is just very impromptu. This is just me in my living room, okay? This isn't super slick. It's just real life. There's mistakes. There's things that happen. You know, sometimes I have to get up and open a door. Right now I've got the fan on though. Can you hear it in the background? You hear it? Yeah. It's very warm out though, so I have to do that today. Okay. All right. We're going to shuffle these cards. And we are going to ask for divine protection from benevolent energies to give us guidance and direction on a situation, challenge, or issue in our life. Now, what I suggest you do is think about a question that you have. Think about it right now. If you don't have one, you can just say, what's going on in general in my life? The watery eyes thing is really, and the nose thing, it's kind of interesting how that happens. I mean, I don't have allergies, I don't have a cold. It just starts happening as soon as I sit down and start doing this. Cut the cards. All right, first card is, think of your question. Okay, what's going on is this card, the Emperor. All right, now I'm going to, I feel guided to pull another card after this. I lay them out on a table here. They're like my little road map. So one more card. Okay. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we have two men cards, two male cards here. Male cards can be the masculine part of you, regardless of your sexual identification, or they can be men in your life, real, actual men coming in. All right. I'm gonna put my glasses on and we're gonna talk about it. Where'd my glasses go? Here they are. We have the Emperor in the Major Arcana. Now, Major Arcana cards are very powerful, and this is the 4, the Emperor and the Major Arcana. This is an older man. If it's a man, it's an older man who's very centered, solid, grounded, stubborn. See those Taurus things right there? Stubborn. And look at his eyes. See that? He's looking sideways. He's kind of like a little skeptical, like not so sure what's going on. And he's wearing protective gear under his robe. He's like protecting himself. So this may be a man in your life, an older man, who is a little on the stubborn side, who is protecting himself, possibly in a relationship with you, not so sure about you, kind of looking askew, you know, and not quite sure what's going on in the relationship with you. And the armor means he's protecting himself. He might be protecting himself from being hurt. That's if it's a real man, okay? Now, what if it's a part of you? If it's a part of you, it's your masculine side, which is your active yang out in the world side, isn't sure about a situation right now. And you're just kind of watching to see how it goes before you make any moves. You're not going to be hasty. You're going to watch before you move. And you're going to make sure you're not too vulnerable. Make sure you're not too vulnerable. But you're very grounded and rooted in your lower chakra, your root chakra. Maybe you're a little stubborn. Stubborn can be you're withholding until you're actually sure of how things are going to play out, okay? So if this is the masculine part of you, that's what that's about. Now the next card is a Knight. This is a Knight of Pentacles. This is, if it's a man, I'll tell you if it's a man or if it's a part of you. If it's a man, he's waiting to step into your life. He's watching and he's waiting, and it looks like he's going to come through career or money. Pentacles is the earth trip. It's money, it's career, it's finances. Hey, I don't know, it could be that cute banker that's always flirting with you when you go to the bank. Could be the guy at Whole Foods who works at a certain department that you go to a lot. Maybe you go to the meat department and he's there. Who knows? But he's waiting to make a move with you. Now, if you're a man, it's someone that is waiting to make a move with you. Could be business-wise because it's Pentacle, okay? Could be in your work. They're watching and they're waiting till the time is right to step forward and approach you about something. A raise, maybe, who knows? But think about this. If it's a real person, this man is waiting to, this is a younger man. This is an older man, by the way. This, obviously, look at that beard. And this is a younger man. A mature man, not a child, but, you know, someone who's waiting to make a move before they go forward. Notice, still grounded, red, still connected to the root chakra. Notice, red, grounded, connected to the root chakra. Okay, so there you have a couple of guys there. Or, if this is a part of you, you're waiting to make a move. Remember, male energy is yang energy. It's going forward in the world. It's action. You're waiting to take action. Maybe you're waiting to ask for a raise. Maybe you're waiting to ask for promotion. Maybe you're waiting to ask someone in the business world, the career world that you're in, to help you with something, or if you can help them with something. You're waiting to ask. You're waiting to take action until you're sure that it's the appropriate time. Okay? Interesting. All right. Let's see what's next. Let's go into this one. You know, I didn't do a God card. Let's pull that. I felt guided to pull those out today. All right, I'm just gonna like cut this. Oh, what's this purple one? Okay, here's what it says. I am guided by a higher power in all things. Well, that's kind of what this guy's doing right here, waiting to be guided. That's kind of what this guy's doing right here, waiting to be guided, keeping an eye out and everything and waiting. No movement. See, no movement here, no movement here. This is like stay and watch energy right now, not a lot of action. Okay, so this is, I am guided by a higher power in all things. And there's one on the other side too. Oh, my nose is running now. The other side is, everything I give is given to myself. Everything I give is given to myself. So if you want something and the universe isn't giving it to you, give it to somebody else and see what happens. Don't give it with expectation. Don't give it with, oh, you know, the God card said, if I want this, I'm supposed to give it to somebody else. If I want more money, I'm supposed to give money to somebody else. Well, I'm waiting for the money to come to me because I just gave you some. No, that's not how it works. When you give to someone else, you give because you want to give to them, not because you expect something in return. Okay? So that's these two cards. I am guided by a higher power in all things, which I am, and I totally am grateful for that connection and appreciate it. And the back is, everything I give is given to myself. There you go. That's the God box. Moving right along to the angels. Let's go into some angels here. We're going to get more substantiation, more clarification, more explanation, and more validation from what we've already discovered. Right now, we are still divinely protected by white light, now and moving forward. Cut, and let's see what we have. The ocean. This has come up before a few times. The ocean is so healing. I was talking to someone yesterday that lives at the ocean, and they were telling me that they wondered why they lived away from the ocean for so long. The ocean, I'll tell you more about it in a moment. And we were talking, I was telling the person that was telling me that, you know, we are mostly water. And when we're even watching ocean waves is extremely healing for us. It balances the cells, the liquid in the cells of our body. It's very healing. And where I live, there is no ocean here. I mean, it's like an hour away, maybe an hour and a half, depending on traffic, or even 2 hours, depending upon traffic. Okay, I'm gonna read you the ocean. Basically, where I live is kind of like a desert. It's in the mountains, but it's kind of like a desert, water-wise. We have water because it's brought down from the mountains, but if that wasn't happening, it'd be dry here like a desert. Okay, the ocean, here we go. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all of your cares and concerns. This card comes to you because of your connection with the ocean. Hey, when we're in utero, what are we doing? We're in amniotic fluid, right? We come from the ocean, in essence. It's a sign that you need to spend more time near the sea, perhaps during a vacation or a home base. Could be a lake too. The angels will help with this endeavor if you ask and allow them to. The ocean air and water inspires and heals you. Here are some additional meanings for this card. Take sea salt baths to detoxify. Drink more water. Connect with dolphins and other sea dwellers. Maybe you have an ocean-related past life. Learn a water sport such as diving, sailing, or snorkeling. You can take a shower and still get the same benefits if you're not near the ocean. Take a shower and program the shower water to wash away your cares, concerns, and worries. Imagine all the negativity coming away from you and rolling down the drain. You know, for a long time, I got up every morning, for years, I got up every morning at 3 o'clock and meditated till the sun came up. And one of the things I would do would be, at that time we lived in a house with a swimming pool. I would go outside. This was Los Angeles. I would go outside in the night, no matter when the season was, and throw myself half asleep in that pool. Just like throw my body in that pool. It was not heated. It was freezing cold. And then I would get out and I would take a shower outside. We had an outside shower. And I would take a shower and just wash away the remnants of the night so that I was clean and clear for my morning meditation. That was really powerful. I don't get up at 3 o'clock in the morning so much anymore. Occasionally I do, but, excuse me, back then for years, every single day, I never missed a day. And when you get up in the morning and you're kind of like half asleep and you throw yourself in cold water or you throw yourself in a cold shower, you're shocking your nervous system. And you're basically, it's kind of like, you know, if you've ever cleared crystals, they say to clear crystals, what you do is you run them under hot water and then cold. Hot water and cold. And the shock of the change in temperature clears the crystal of any energies of anyone who touched it, or if it was out, you know, as a display piece on your mantle or something. So it's the hot and the cold that is the shock that changes that. So your body is kind of warm when you wake up from sleeping and you throw it into that cold pool, bam, you're just like activating your nerve force. Makes you very, very strong, and it makes you powerful. And when you rinse away the nighttime energy, I mean, this is what we used to do at 3 o'clock in the morning. You rinse away that nighttime energy and you were like 100% focused and on. You were like right there, right there, right there. All right. So maybe you'll go to the ocean, or maybe you'll take a bath, or maybe you'll just take a shower any time of the day you take a shower, and just imagine the water just cleansing your spirit and washing away any worries, frustrations, concerns, or negativity. All right, moving right along here. We're going to this one. More clarification, more explanation, more substantiation, more validation. And we're going to pull it quickly. And it's this one. Oh, she's wearing a nice purple dress. Share your wisdom. Okay. Well, share your wisdom. We all have it. Everybody has something to share with somebody. No matter who you are, you can share your wisdom. But you know what? Remember that expression, don't throw pearls before swine? Don't share unless you're asked. Otherwise, it's like laying trips on people. You don't want to be doing that. It's not cool. Everybody's at their own level, their own progress. They're doing the best they can. So if they ask, it's one thing. If they don't share it. Don't throw pearls before swine. There's an album, I think Procol Harum. Didn't Procol Harum do that album? Pearls Before Swine? I think so. Or maybe it was a song. No, I think it was the name of the album, Pearls Before Swine. Okay, share your wisdom. Book opens right up to it. Within you is ancient and powerful wisdom about the true rules of right and wrong. As an indigo, by the way, I've said this before, indigos are not just children. They're anyone, and I'll tell you, I meet so many young people who are so conscious and so aware and so focused, it's really something. And they're in their 20s and 30s and 40s. To me, that's a young person. and they're here for a purpose. You know, whether they're volunteering and helping in the community, or whether they're teaching younger children, or whether they're teaching yoga, or whether whatever they're doing something to be of service to humanity. And indigos come into this lifetime with an inborn urge to be of service to humanity. At any age, you could be 90 and still be an indigo. You could be 110 and still be an indigo. You could be 8 years old and be an indigo. Indigos have a purpose, and it's to be of service. So you come in with powerful wisdom about the true rules of right and wrong. As an indigo, you came to this planet to make big changes, and you're not alone in this mission. As you learn more about the changes that should be made to society, this card guides you to share this awareness with like-minded others. the more indigos who know their true purpose, because people like you awaken them to it, the more effective this collective mission will be. Think about that. So if you've been isolating, indigos do tend to isolate sometimes because they are so incredibly sensitive. Don't isolate. Find your tribe. Go to meetups, do the things you like to do, meet other people who are doing the things they like to do, and you will find your tribe. All right, remember, indigos are all about being of service to humanity, making a change on the planet. They feel guided, strongly guided to have a mission, and they feel disconcerted and not quite focused if they don't have a mission, or if they aren't working on a project that is a project of benefit to others. All right, next deck and the last deck. Oh, what was that? Okay, probably cat hair. She's shedding a lot since it's getting warmer. Okay. Cut, and who's gonna show up? Okay. This is one of my faves, one of the boys, Archangel Michael. Crystal clear intentions. Wasn't I just talking about taking showers to get your energy to be clear and focused? Telling you how I used to do that. And now after you throw yourself in cold water and rinse off that negativity, you are crystal clear and right there, right focused. And then we get the card that says the same thing. Right? You can't make this stuff up, right? All right, I'm gonna read to you about it. Archangel Michael's amazing. Now you know I'm not a crazy person, but I talk to Archangel Michael just about every day, among others. I have conversations with him. And you know, for a long time I didn't talk about it. I didn't want anybody to know that about me. I didn't want people to know that I actually talked to energies that weren't there. My stepdad was a psychiatrist, and if I let that stuff out, uh-oh, look out. So I didn't. But he knows now. He's no longer in the physical dimension here. He knows now. He knows now. And, okay, crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Here's more messages. After praying for guidance, be bold enough to admit what you truly desire. Know that you, along with everyone else, deserve the best of everything. In all ways, prosperity and abundance are God's wishes for everyone. You stake your claim on your share of the inheritance by forming a clear mental picture of your desires. Allow yourself to imagine that this desire has already manifested and experience the emotional and physical feelings of your manifested desire. Don't worry how the desire will manifest. The infinite creativity of the Creator will bring it to you in very clever ways. Simply follow any inner guidance to take steps to co-create this divine desire and allow yourself to receive good as it comes your way. Working with Archangel Michael. His aura is a royal blue mixed with tinges of royal blue. When he's nearby, you may see cobalt blue sparkles of light. The crystal stone Sugarlight is aligned with Archangel Michael's energy. If you wear a Sugarlight pendant, you may find yourself channeling profound and loving messages from Michael when you speak. Something I want to mention here. You know, if you want something to happen, it's great to just visualize and see it. But you have to involve all of your senses. You have to imagine that you're actually able to feel yourself in the situation after it's happened. You have to taste anything that might be going on in the situation after it's happened. In your mind, if you see it happening in your mind, you have to experience the emotions, hear the words that are being said in the situation after you imagine that it manifests. You have to involve all of your senses. It's not enough to just see the image in your mind, because that's only your vision. You've got taste, touch, smell, kinesthetic feel and see. So use all of your senses, and that will make it more real in your brain, so that your guiding mechanism in your brain will lead you to those situations, places, and people that will allow that to actually manifest. Very powerful, very important. That's a very important key. All right, I feel myself talking slower now, so I think it's time to go into a trance. All right, so I'm just looking at the clock for a moment. Let me put my glasses on to see what number this is. Okay, so we're gonna go into the guided meditation part right now. And what I'd like you to do is make yourself comfortable in a position where your back is straight. When we did this live, people laid down on the floor with, a lot of people had sleep masks, and I'd have the room be dim with candlelight. But you can be any place, anytime. Not in your car though, okay? Not in your car. Because if you're doing it in your car, what will happen is you will be conditioning yourself to get too relaxed in your car. That's not good. You don't want to go through stoplights and, you know, red lights and stop signs, so don't do it in your car. Or if you're going to do it in your car, get in the back seat and lay down. That's where you don't sit there when you're driving. When you're in the back seat, you're more relaxed. So don't sit in the driver's seat and do this. All right. See if you can make yourself a little more comfortable by adjusting your position and shifting around. And notice that your breathing has either started to change or it will begin to change. And as it does begin to change, you'll notice that your abdomen raises up when you take a breath in, and your abdomen becomes more concave when you let a breath out. That's because you are moving into deep, relaxed, diaphragmatic breathing. I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. Each count will allow you to relax even more and let go even more. Beginning on the count of 5. And moving down to 4. And moving down to 3. And moving down to 2. And moving down to 1. And when you move down to 0, you will feel yourself going even deeper as you go from 1 down to 0. Letting go. Going deeper and deeper, naturally, gently, comfortably, and easily. If you are having other thoughts, That's totally normal. It is not a concern. It's normal for the brain to have thoughts. Just allow them to float by. Like fluffy, white clouds. Going deeper and deeper. Letting go more and more. Any sounds you become aware of that you recognize as everyday normal sounds do not distract you in any way. Instead, they allow you to go even deeper as you let go even more with each and every sound that you hear. And with each and every sound that you hear, your cells are able to resonate, vibrate in harmony with, renew and regenerate. You are aware now of protecting your energy, watching what's going on, and sitting still until you're clearly aware of the dynamics of the situation. It's important to protect your energy. Before you move forward in an area of career or finance, be sure that you are comfortable moving in the right direction. Being near the ocean can be very, very healing for you. Even watching the waves will allow you to release concerns and worries. If you can't get to the ocean, you can do it in a shower or a bath. Remember that you are constantly able to receive guidance. Keep yourself open so that you can recognize it when it comes. Allow yourself to be guided by a higher power in all things. You came here for a purpose. Yes, you came to learn lessons, but you came here for a deeper purpose that isn't just about you. Be open to sharing what you know and helping others with what you know and what you've learned. Share with others. Share the things that you know of that may be able to help them, if they are open to it And if they ask, throwing pearls before swine, so to speak, is never very fulfilling. Have your intentions be crystal clear. Use the power of visualization, imagination, to see what you want in your life. Feel it as if you're in the situation and it's already manifested. Sense it. Hear the conversations as if your desire is already manifested. Focus upon your desires with unwavering focus. Don't allow your monkey mind to come in and say, who do you think you are? That could never happen for you. Dismiss that part and go back to where you were, seeing, hearing, feeling, touching, tasting, what it's like when your image, your desire is manifested. That's it. And going deeper. And deeper still. Allowing these words to be planted in your subconscious mind, in the fertile, energetic frequencies of your subconscious mind, to begin to manifest, effective immediately or in the near future. Manifesting all good, all good. Even if you feel that you're dozing or falling asleep, know that your mind is hearing everything. Your mind is hearing everything that resonates with your belief system, and your mind is getting ready to act upon it. Any sounds that you hear amplify and resonate in your cells, allowing your cells to be even more receptive. for taking this time for yourself. I honor you for spending this time with me in this dimension. I wish you many, many blessings. I wish you much clarity, much joy, much health, and happiness. I look forward to being with you again soon. Namaste.